listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the LOZ Podcast Network. You might be watching this in the LOZ app. You might be listening to us on KRMS radio from Saturday on 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. every weekend. You'll hear us on the show. We love the simulcast. We love the collaboration. It gets the word out to everybody on a couple of different episodes. So today, I'm excited. Okay, guys, look, I know it's cold right now, but the season's coming, and that's always marked with the boat show. And we got Dale Law on with the MarineMax Lake Ozark. Dale, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. Yes, it's normally cold this time of year, and we're worried about how much snow and ice we're going to have to drag a boat or boats up to the boat show in Overland Park. But I tell you what, Mother Nature's being super nice now. I got a feeling we might be paying for this in March.
I was going to say, man, be careful what you say because you may jinx it.
I know.
Yeah.
I already did.
Well, listen, man, I get so excited personally for boat show season. It's just one of those things where, I mean, you're sitting around in the winter and you all of a sudden boat show season and you get to get out and look at boats and walk around and people are happy. I don't go to a lot of shows where people are just so happy. Everybody's smiling, but the boat shows is one of those, isn't it?
Yeah. And like we were talking beforehand, it's an event. I mean, everybody kind of plans, they get their friends, whoever, and say, hey, let's go to the show, pick a reservation, go to dinner afterwards. And it's an event. And we know that. And it's been that way for years. Like you said, you know, way back when it was an event, and we try to make it feel that way, you know, not to disguise. It's a boat sale for us. I mean, all the dealers going, that's our goal. I mean, we call it a boat show. We're going to show off what we have, but at the end of the day, we're there to sell boats, and that's what we're doing. You know, discounting. We'll talk about that. It's one of the things that people talk about at a show. Well, there's an opportunity, and you know, we kind of try to plan to have a few leftover 2025s for this year, and the prior year we try to have a few leftover 2024s that we can talk about. And it kind of entices that, hey, I'm making a deal. You know, everybody wants a deal. And
I'm one of those guys. I want a deal. I don't want to pay full retail. I love getting something. And the boat show, you're right. I mean, when I would buy boats at the boat show, I always felt like it was the great time to buy because there was always some incentives. Like you said, there might have been a boat left over from last year. There might have been something you worked out with one of your, suppliers for the boat show specifically. But let's talk a little bit about why boat show season's a great time to buy.
Well, you just kind of said it, we have some leftover models. The inventory is limited, and the national boat shows going on around the country eat into our inventory. I mean, that's the beauty of MarineMax. We have a boat sitting in Georgia. It could be up in Milwaukee, but pick a part of the country that boat's sitting. You can walk in here and say, hey, I like that boat in that color, and we'll get it here and sell it. Well, the Miami International Boat Show starts tomorrow. I know some of our inventory that we think is going to be around literally in a week's not going to be there. The success that we've had from Lauderdale, the Atlanta show, the Minneapolis, Milwaukee. I'm just looking at my list with our Mid-Atlantic show in Charlotte, Dallas, Chicago. Every one of those shows are showing signs of we're going to sell a lot of boats. Attendance is down. Revenue and units are up.
Okay, so the people that are showing up though, they're buyers, and let's face it, that's what you want. I mean, it is a show. It's fun. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of other things than just selling boats at the boat show, and people come in. There's booths for vendors, all different kinds of vendors that are going on there, and so I know people like to go around and kind of look at those kind of things, but you want buyers there, and it sounds to me like this year they're showing up.
Yep, they are. And why buy at the show? That's an age-old question, at least for my 25 years here. Well, there's that reason. We've partnered up with our manufacturers, with MarineMax, and we sell a limited amount of all the boats that MarineMax carries. We're not the dealer for some of those brands, but we've reached out to all of our brands that we are showing at the show, selling at the show. And we've got some incentives, and they are limited. They do that on purpose. Makes sense. Creates some urgency. Mm-hmm. February 28th is a different day than March 1st. And that buyer looking at that boat, is going to say, well, hey, this is what your price was at the show. Well, it's different. And just like the car world, there's an incentive this month and it ends for a reason. And then there may be something different after that. But so if for the guys that are just buying a house and they're new to the lake or buying a condo and they don't know, where's my dock? Do I have the right slip, lift? What do I need for accessories? Do I need to modify my dock? What boat am I going to buy? That's why all that stuff's at a show in February, to know that, hey, I can have this dialed in, ready to go by the time I get down there for Memorial Day, So there's another piece of that. You get all the stuff together now, so we can be ready to boat come May.
And that's the thing too. I mean, look, I've owned boats for 25 years. A lot of them I bought from you. But there's always more to the story when you buy a boat, because like you said, does it need a lift? If it needs a lift, how big a lift? How am I going to get the lift in time when the boat arrives? Is my dock set up right? Do I have the right configuration? What other accessories do I need? Is it a boat that I'm going to need, bumpers on the dock to be a certain way? I mean, there's so much to think about. And that's why I kind of like the boat show when they do show in February, because you have time. So, I mean, you can buy a boat, you can get your dock figured out, you can get all that stuff done in time for boating season. And because you don't want to be doing this June 1st. I mean, you'll miss half the season. And you have a stat out there that you've told me before, but what's the stat you figure that an average boater, how many times a year do they use that boat?
Well, the average is about 8 to 10. It's 8 or 10 weekends that and this is feedback. I mean, I think you add in the people live here year round now that are retired, and you take the ones that are, flying in from Montana. I'm thinking of a customer that's here twice a year. Right. So it's not a lot. So everything needs to be dialed in. And when it gets warm, and like I said, April, May, maybe even sooner, and they've got some time, and they got all their friends that want to come join, their family, and they're on the calendar scheduling the events for this weekend and this 1 month. They need everything ready to go. And that's why we do shows the time of year we do them.
So, and let's just tell everybody, I mean, it's not just new boats. You guys will have a lot of consignment and used boats that you are selling at the show as well, right? I mean, because not everybody's buying something brand new. So, I mean, you guys also bring, I know it used to be, in the old days, it was a board with pictures tacked up to a board. And now I think we got a little digital accessories now to do it, but it's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, just access the internet and our website, click versus, and be honest with you, some people, we took away the old school boards and they got mad at us. So we brought them back. So in what that does is, in a way, it's like, hey, I want to see more about this boat. Well, we're going to have one picture now with the internet and a nice TV. You click and, oh, here's the other 30 pictures. So it's funny what people get used to, and you take it away, you don't think it's that big a deal from technology, and they come back and say, we want it. So,
and the things they're doing now, I mean, like, look, I know everybody wants to have a brand new boat, and certainly there's a lot of people that can afford a brand new boat and that they're going to go that direction. But they're doing some things now with just how to retrofit an older boat with the turf and the different kinds of things you can put back on the boat and making the carpet look better. I mean, you can really that's the thing I love about a boat. A good boat with gel coat, you can bring a boat back and you can really make it look good, can't you?
Oh yeah, and we do a lot of that in house. I can tell you right now, there's a 2006 Sea Ray 44 Sundancer. They're taking the old carpet out. We're going to put in the matting. I don't know what brand they're going to put in. C-Deck is a brand, but it's also like Kleenex. It's a facial.
Yeah, right.
It calls it C-Deck. So, and we're going to do some buffing and white. That boat's going to look like, and I won't say new again, but it's going to look like new again. And they're going to spend a significant amount of money, but they can't find and spend that, pick $1 million to get something new. So they're going to redo their boat, and that boat will be here about 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, and we're going to dial it in and be ready.
And you guys, the service department, that's the one thing that's kept me with you guys for so many years, is that service department. I mean, when that boat goes down, you said it best, I got 20 people coming down. I only do this 4 times a year, and something goes on with that boat. you guys do everything you can in your power to make sure that boat's up and running. And let's face it, it's like anything else. Things break, somebody runs into a log on the middle of the main channel, and they don't want to be down, and they want to be able to use that boat when they're limited to do it. And I just know your guys, they do backflips to try to get people back out on the water.
Yeah, and that is our number one struggle. We got so many customers; it's such a need. We've ramped up our service department staff. We are now at 4 service writers, more than we've had before, and that's that communication is going to be key. I love our staff. Our team is super, super knowledgeable. I forgot the other day I was looking. I want to say our average tenure is now in that 12 or 13 years across all of our techs. We celebrated a 30-year anniversary with a guy, a couple of 25-year anniversaries recently with some techs. So those guys know what they're doing. And the amount of time they spend in class this off season to get ready for this season is crazy.
Yeah, and it shows. I mean, but that's what you want. You want to be with a dealer that's got those resources that can get everything handled. Make sure, like you said, I put a lot of money into this. I can only use it, 10, 12, 14 times a year. I want to make sure when I'm there, it's ready to go. And you guys do an amazing job. So the Overland Park Boat Show coming up, not this weekend, but the next weekend. So February 19th. Yeah. And, in Overland Park, and it's going to be a great event, and anybody in the area who's there, you got to come out, see Dale Law, you'll be there, right? You're going to do a lot of meet and greets. I know you like to sit in the booth and shake some hands, don't you?
I'll be there from bell to bell, as they say.
And guys, when you get there, I mean, come prepared to buy. Like get your stuff figured out, and it's a great time to buy. You're going to have some incentives. We love talking to you, Dale, about everything going on in the boating business. You've been in it forever. You know all the stuff that's going on, and we really look at you as a resource for those at Lake of the Ozarks that are looking for expert advice. And certainly the Overland Park Boat Show is where it all kicks off, isn't it?
Yep, it is. And we appreciate the LOZ app. I use it. I actually find myself using it more than I thought I would this summer. So thank you.
We got some things coming, and you're going to be in about another month. We're unleashing some new stuff in there you're going to really like. So, and especially for the boaters out there, love to have the collaboration with you, man. I'm going to be up there. We're going to be back on the air with Dale on next Thursday. Dale, thanks so much for joining us on this episode of the LOZ Podcast Network, and we'll look forward to seeing you in Overland Park.
Yep. See everybody out there.
All right, everybody. We will be right back after these words.